Hi, welcome to my channel. Let's talk about Arcane, cause this show has honestly become my absolute favorite animated series. The story, the characters, the visuals, everything about it is just another level. It's one of those shows where you're hooked from the first episode and then completely blown away as it goes on. Kate and Jinx, it's some of the best character development I've ever seen. So if you haven't seen it yet, what are you doing? Stop watching this video now and go watch Arcane. Go on, I'll be here waiting for you. For those who aren't aware, Arcane is based on League of Legends, a very popular video game. But even if you already knew that, stay, cause I promise there are a bunch of Easter eggs you didn't know about. Don't forget to subscribe for more content like this, and let me know in the comments how many of these Easter eggs you spotted. Okay, in episode 7, we see Powder and Echo, as opposed to the regular Jinx and Vi, and later in this episode we found out that Vi is dead in this alternate universe. In the intro, we see for a single frame Heimerdinger's face, and yeah, we all know what happened to him in this episode. We also see the blue peony and Jace's face in the afterlife. When Echo gets torn in two in the anomaly, it's actually a reference to his in-game ability, where his afterimage follows him around. So I didn't see this one the first time I watched it, but if you look closely in the mirror's reflection, you can actually see Jinx's face instead of Powder's. In the alternate universe, we can see Echo with a new outfit, and the green suit looks a lot like one of Echo's in-game skins, specifically his Battle Academia suit. So I saw a lot of videos saying that the green choker necklace that alternate Powder has was given to her by Echo, but this is actually the same necklace little Vi had on the first scene of season 1, and we can also see it in the painted memories of Vander in episode 6, so I think it's really emotional that they had her wearing Vi's necklace. Jinx's and Vi's mom has purple hair, and you know what colors create purple? Yep, red and blue. We can see Powder has a single pink streak in her hair, and I think the pink color represents Vi's influence on her. I also think the blue and pink really show the duality of Powder's character. In this alternate timeline, Powder seems pretty confident in who she is. Blue represents her calm, reliable side, while pink shows her fun and unpredictable side. So it's a cool contrast. In the main universe, blue and pink at the same time reflects Jinx's bipolarity and chaos. But in this timeline, she'll either wear pink or blue, showing us that Powder has a lot more mental stability. And in the season finale, we can see her wearing all kinds of color, meaning she finally accepted who she really is and the chaos within her. The painting of Powder on the left has a style that's super similar to the one on the Firelight's mural in the main universe. And since we know Echo is the artist behind the mural, it kind of hints that he's the one painting all of these too. There's a doodle behind Echo that's a fun nod to his League character design, where he has a mohawk instead of the dreads. When Echo is walking in the bridge, there's a bakery behind where you can see the in-game biscuits. In the jewelry store on the left, there's a reference to another League item, the Tear of the Goddess. The symbols on the wheel are actually the logos of pro League of Legends teams from all around the world. Right in the center, you've got some of the most iconic organizations in League history like T1, Fnatic, Cloud9, Gen G, Damwon, EDG, and JDG. This shot mirrors the first time we see the lanes from Son in episode 1. Heimerdinger plays an Arcane original song, which is actually sung by Heimerdinger's voice actor Mick Wingard. And by the way, if you didn't know, Heimerdinger is named after theoretical physicist J. Robert Oppenheimer and Irish physicist Erwin Schrödinger. I have no idea how to pronounce that, but you get the point. The Vi that Echo paints on the Firelight tree in the alternate universe is based on the Vi he knows from his actual universe, him being the only one in that timeline who knows what she would look like if she were still alive. When Echo plugs in this pipe to power his system, it's a subtle callback to Powder doing the same thing in the arcade to escape the Enforcer. Echo has a Hextech mishap similar to Victor with Sky, so we definitely know Hextech is still a dangerous and destructive force, even in this reality. But with the 4-second limit on Echo's C drive, he can undo the damage, which is a nod to his in-game chrono break, which also lasts 4 seconds. Oh, this one is extremely hard to catch if this is your first time watching the episode, because you don't even know what it means yet, and you still don't know what it means until the final episode. But in this scene where Jace is in the afterworld, you can actually spot the propeller blades from Jinx's hot air balloon smash into the Hex Gate. In the alternate universe, Vander has Vi's tattoo on his hand. The scene where Jinx enters the dance mirrors the airship battle from Season 1, with the same sounds and a very similar composition, but this time the shots and sounds are reimagined to create a much calmer, less hostile atmosphere. We all love this song by now, and I find it really interesting because the title of this song means my best enemy, and some of the lyrics say, I love you, I hate you, I love you, I hate you, you're the best thing to ever happen to me, but also the worst thing to ever happen to me. Which is exactly how Echo feels about her. In his main universe, Jinx and Echo, the ones who shouldn't be together and almost kill each other, and Powder from his universe and this alternate universe. It's no secret Echo has always been in love with Powder, so I'm happy they gave him at least a few days together. Also, the dance scene between Echo and Jinx is animated at 4 frames per second, perfectly mirroring the 4-second limit of Echo's time rewind. It almost feels like it represents his desire to stay in that perfect moment forever, like to hold on to it just a little bit longer. But honestly, who can blame him? I mean, that moment was so beautiful, it made us all cry. The flower charm Echo gives Powder has their faces inside of it, which, by the way, according to Google, blue peonies represent eternal but unattainable love. We were all sad to see Heimerdinger's death, but remember that in League, Earls are immortal, so whenever one dies, they go to Vandal City, which is eternal and vibrant. This process isn't fully explained, leaving room for creative theories, but at least we know Heimer is not dead. Here we can see a shot of Janna, the League champion. In episode 5, Jinx calls Vi Fat Hands, which is a fun callback to the Jinx teaser event in League of Legends where she vandalized Vi's champion page by writing Fat Hands. In the intro of episode 8, we see a single frame of Jinx crying, as well as Mel as the Black Rose, and Victor as the White Thing. Victor's followers have 5 marks on their faces, and these are left after Victor's fingerprints touch them to heal them. Oh, it is said that the Caitlyn and Vi sex scene is actually way longer, and creators said that who knows, maybe it'll get leaked eventually, which we definitely, truly hope it does. I don't know if you knew this, cause I didn't, but every Arcane episode has its title worked into the dialogue. Someone always says the exact word, which makes it such a cool little detail to catch.
Just pretend like it's the first time.
No. Killing is a cycle. One that started long before Vander and me.
I am the dirt under your nails, Cupcake.
In the intro of episode 9, we can see Jinx with her hair cut off, as well as Warwick's face, and Victor with his new mask. At the beginning of the episode, when Jinx hears Echo say he'd die with her as she's about to take her own life, she steps away from the ledge to save Echo from the blast. So cute. Even though this was like the 4th time she did that, so I guess she only came to her senses at the last point when Echo said he would die with her. So yeah, I think it's still cute that she saved him. Ambessa is now a playable character in League, and it's also said that Mel is coming as a champ in 2025. In the final battle, Ambessa pulls off many of her League moves, like her Cunning Sweep and Spinning Lacerate. We also see Ambessa wearing the Kinnick Rookern. This is a League item that shields against magic attacks, and she puts it to the test when Caitlyn tries to snipe her, which is a cool nod to her in-game ability to momentarily shield herself from damage. So that's why Caitlyn takes it off, to leave Ambessa vulnerable so Mel could kill her with her magic. When Maddie shoots Caitlyn, we can see for a single frame a smile on her face. Bitch. Jinx's airship has air clouds on its wings, and these are the same ones she has tattooed. We can also see Vi's stuffed bunny that she gave Powder in Season 1, and the airship also has 2 latches on the ship that match the design we see on Isha's goggles. Freaking Arcane just wants to see us cry anytime they can. Vi uses her gauntlets to propel her forward like she does in the game Q ability, and shout out to my boyfriend for telling me all this cool in-game stuff. When Warwick is about to jump onto Vi and Jinx, he teleports next to them, so this is a reference to his past ulti where he could teleport to be in front of his enemy. When Jinx is fighting in zero gravity, we can see her kicking her gun to switch it to shoot rockets. This is a reference to her in-game Suchuru ability, where she can change her firing modes in her arcane skin. Echo comes in with a piece of debris from the Hexgate destruction that looks exactly like his bat in League. And when Echo can't turn the time without escaping Victor's followers' crazy things, he overloads his C drive and throws it to Victor's face, which is likely a reference to his Q ability Time Winder. In the aftermath of the battle, we can see someone dressed up as Jinx. So you know how the council's table has finally been rebuilt after it was destroyed, and we can see that the cracks on the table are filled with gold. Well, this technique is called kintsugi, which literally translates to gold seams. We can also see a Japanese aesthetic called wabi-sabi, which celebrates the beauty of imperfections. And this is such a beautiful example of symbolism because the cracks aren't just fixed, they're highlighted with gold. And in the final scene, Jay steals Victor, "There's beauty in imperfections, they made you who you are." And that line is what pulls Victor back from going too far. So just like the table is repaired, Victor accepting his imperfections is what makes him whole again. Naxos, Ambesa's homeland, is another League region, and we already know the Arcane creators are working on a series about it. Now, in League lore, Naxos is ruled by Swain, who uses three-eyed ravens as spies, and we see that raven all throughout Arcane. So does this mean Swain has been watching everything from above? If so, for how long and why? I guess we'll just have to wait to know the answer to that one. The final episode was originally supposed to be over an hour long, but for some reason, maybe Netflix, they kept it at 40 minutes like the rest. Honestly, I know we all would have happily watched the longer version, so let's just hope they release something on DVD or an extended version or something, because we all want to watch that. It is said that Arcane is now canon in League of Legends lore, so by doing this, Riot Games is letting the fate of some champions unknown, such as Blitzcrank, Victor's invention, which we never get to see in Arcane, Ambessa, Victor, Jace, Heimerdinger, among others, so there's no information about this, but Riot Games will likely have to adapt some champion lore to the new developments of Arcane. And I know this has been said many times before, but I'm just gonna say it in case you haven't heard it yet. Guys, Jinx is alive. If you go very slowly in the final scene, you can actually see a pink streak shoot out from the blast into one of the Hexgate chambers. And remember that Jinx has shimmer on her, so this makes her run and do everything faster than usual. Also, at the end, we have a shot of Caitlyn with the top part of Jinx's bomb, finding out that the Hexgate actually has all these little ventilation shafts along the chambers, and then she smiles and turns to Vi. Also, remember in the first season, they see a flying blimp and Powder says, "One day I'm gonna fly in one of those." And at the end of the finale, we see a flying blimp. So it's obvious she's excited, because why else would they show us a flying blimp? Besides, the end itself was probably written by Jinx, hinting that she might have survived and left Stun and Piltover, finally breaking the cycle. I hope you had as much fun as me uncovering all these cool little details and doing these makeups. Tell me your favorite makeup look. Was it Jinx, Vi, or Caitlyn? Did you spot any Easter eggs I missed, or maybe you have your own theory about Arcane? Share your thoughts in the comments below. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to subscribe for more film content, give it a thumbs up, go follow me on Instagram, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!